It haunts me that my aunt died last year with cancer, and she was close to Cheryl, and she wanted to know, she said, I hope before I die they find who did this, but that didn't happen.
72-year-old Cheryl Newsome and Troy Bennett were spending a Sunday evening at home on August 2nd, 2020.
And they actually came to my house about 3:30 in the afternoon, and we had a fish fry, and they came home about 6:30 in the evening, and I talked to Mama at 7:30, and she called me and we talked briefly, and that was the last time we talked.
Wendy Purvis lives next door to the Mitchell Road home in Warren County, where the couple settled in for the night. Bennett had been working on a Blackstone griddle out back he purchased that weekend from an auction in Crawfordville. Newsome more than likely sitting in her recliner with a blanket. The next day, August 3rd, Newsome never picked up her granddaughter for a sports physical as scheduled.
When she hadn't picked Gracie up by 10 o'clock, I knew something was wrong.
Purvis then sent her daughter next door to the home.
And that's when she walked in the back door and found Troy on the floor.
And she found both her grandmother and her partner dead on the bedroom floor. She called a police friend, and news began to spread, reaching Cheryl's younger sister in Macon, Georgia.
Literally, I pulled in Burger King on the Great Highway, and they had to call my daughter to come get me. Because I was like, you're kidding. Nothing, I mean, you just don't think about that happening in this rural community.
In my understanding, this was a good family, close-knit family. They all live right there together.
The Warren County Sheriff's Office called Patrick Morgan with the GBI to assist in the investigation on the same day the couple was found. He recalls a homicide down the road from the Newsome-Bennett murders, but for the most part, there's typically nothing like this.
From a GBI perspective, I can't say it's out of the ordinary for something like this to happen, but for a community like Warren County, it probably did shock a lot of people and community members that live there.
Cold Case Project spoke with Cheryl Newsome's family about her life. The Warren County native loved helping people from a young age, a characteristic that aided in her longtime career as a nurse.
She would go pick peas or butter beans out of the fields and go give it all away.
She was meticulous with her wound care, and all nursing homes wanted her.
Judy Logue started working with Newsome in the 1980s at Ethica Nurse and Rehab, now Gibson Nursing Home in nearby Glasscock County.
She probably got Employee of the Month more than anybody got Employee of the Month. And then she got Employee of the Year.
Logue recalls an eclectic friend, always in costume for Halloween, adorned in bling at other times. She says she had the pleasure of dining with Newsome for lunch each workday.
We didn't see each other too much out of work, except for ball games when we were there to see our grandchildren play. And I had met Troy at a football game not too long before this happened.
And tell me about Troy and that.
She said, I said, now, what is he like? She says, Judy, he is good to me, and he's good to my grandchildren. Not my grandchildren, my grandyoungins.
Newsome met Bennett while doing what she loved, dancing. The couple would attend events at the VFW the Vietnam vet ran in Hancock County. The Cherokee County native loved hunting and fishing. He retired from the Cobb County Fire Department and has one son and 2 grandkids. Purvis says he paid cash for items at the auctions he and her mother frequented and recently purchased a safe.
Everywhere they went, he paid with cash, so I just think the wrong people got a hold of that information.
Was this some kind of robbery or home invasion? Or
Items were taken from the home. There's items that are missing from the home. I can, tell you that. So apparently there is a robbery angle to this.
Purvis adds some TVs were taken and cash too, but the safe was untouched.
I think people knew that there was money in here. I mean, you wouldn't know going by, but the people that knew her, that knew him, that went to the Crawfordville sale where he bought that safe. Why are you going to buy a safe without putting a bunch of valuables in it?
So you think they were targeted?
I think they were targeted. Most definitely think they were targeted.
Not giving up hope, the family took to Facebook and started the Justice for Cheryl Newsome and Troy Bennett Memorial Group. 2 billboards went up in McDuffie County. You can see that it has a GBI tip line and it offers a reward.
Right now it's at $10,000.
July of this year, the Coleman-Baker Act went into law. It establishes a GBI cold case unit that will focus on unsolved homicides. Purvis completed applications for Newsome and Bennett. And with the help of Morgan and this newly formed cold case unit, the Warren County double homicide will be among the first in the CSRA to hopefully benefit from the new law.
It just gets people, I think, that are seasoned with the cold case. They read over the information and then see where the investigators can, if there's somewhere they need to concentrate more.
With that unit, it'll be a fresh set of eyes looking at it because I have not told them anything about the case.
Morgan adds that there are items he submitted for DNA testing, and he says the GBI unit can assist with paying for the test. He feels the case can be solved, and this is what keeps the family hopeful for justice.
Maybe it might take years, but I think it's all going to come out eventually.
It will never be over. So this is just going to be a part of our life for the rest of our life. But will it make me feel better when someone is arrested and goes to prison? Yes, I think so.
Anyone with any information on the murders of Cheryl Newsome and Troy Bennett can call the GBI at 706-595-2575 or the Warren County Sheriff's Office at 706-465-3340. What family and law enforcement need to get justice and close the case.